And it wasn't until really when I started having a family on my own that I saw the true value of thankfulness and gratitude, and the importance of celebrating that on a day like Thanksgiving.
What is up, Impact Heroes? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Rick Ornelas. Thank you for spending some time with us today because we know time's a valuable resource and we're going to make it worth your while. I appreciate each and every one of you, not just for listening, but for who you are. I know you're sparking change to make the world a better place every day, and I am humbled and grateful for your efforts. It takes all of us doing our part to spread positive change, and that's what this show is all about. Motivating you with stories of struggle, courage, and hope to empower you to make a difference in your life and the lives of others.
Are you interested in having Rick speak at your event or business? Here is what others have to say.
Did not know his story, and it was so inspirational, and his presence on stage, his authenticity was just incredible.
I absolutely loved his performance. It made me feel some type of way.
If you're looking for a speaker for your next event, hire Rick. I promise you this, you will not be disappointed.
Visit rickornelas.com to book him today.
Welcome back, Impact Heroes. I'm excited to be here for another episode. Now, this one is a very special episode, and this is one where I'm going to share a little bit of myself with you because, I'm not afraid to get vulnerable, share my authentic self with others. I think that's a big part of communication and a big part of sharing our stories that connect us all. So as always, I feel it's my duty to elaborate on my journey in the hopes that it can help one of you. So today we're going to discuss the top 3 things that I'm thankful for. Now, here in the US, we celebrate Thanksgiving this week. If you're listening from another part of the world, I'm sure you've heard of Thanksgiving in the US, but Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. So I'm not going to get into the origination of Thanksgiving or where it came from. You can Google that pretty easily. But, I'm just going to share, why it's special to me and, things that I'm thankful for. Now I really like Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays. And it's not just because, you get to get together with family and friends and you get to celebrate and there's all these traditions and the food. Well, especially the food. Now, I'm not a gourmet chef by any means, but I'm good at cooking a lot of things. And some of them that I'm, most proud of or that I enjoy cooking the most are Thanksgiving specialties like turkey. I mean, I brine it for 24 hours. I inject it. I cook it in an oilless fryer. And let me say, it's the most tender and juicy turkey that you will ever eat, if I do say so myself. But all kidding aside, many others have told me the same thing. So not to boast. But I also love me some pumpkin pie. Boy, put some whipped cream or some ice cream on that. Ooh, that's really good. But sorry, I digress. But the most important aspect of Thanksgiving is being thankful. And not just for what you eat or for, who you're with that day, but for everything you are thankful and grateful for in your life. Because that's so important to be thankful and grateful on a daily basis. That just kind of sets the stage for every day. And, that's how I look at it now. Now, that wasn't always the case for me because, I've been on a journey like a lot of us. When I was younger, I remember Thanksgiving being a chore because we had to pile into the car and go visit relatives and then go to another one and another one. And, sometimes like 2 or 3 Thanksgivings in the same day. And I remember it was just always a pain, right? And as I became a teen, I'm sure it was just about eating. It's just about eating as much as I could. When I got a bit older, I remember it was about playing football because, we hosted this Thanksgiving turkey bowl for years. I actually have a scar from being in a Thanksgiving turkey bowl here above my eyebrow. But, it took on different meanings, right? And I never really was thinking about the being thankful part, when I was younger. And it wasn't until really when I started having a family on my own that I saw the true value of thankfulness and gratitude and, the importance of celebrating that on a day like Thanksgiving. Because children, they're this constant reminder of everything you have to be thankful for. Yes, they may be, this constant tug on your pants leg or needing something, but, there's this reminder of everything that's good in the world. And, creating a life that you get to nurture and raise is one of the most challenging things that anyone can ever do, but it's also one of the most rewarding. And that leads me to number one. My number one thing of being thankful for is that I have love in my life, that I have loved ones that I get to love on a daily basis, and that I get to care for and to share this love, because sharing love with another person is one of the greatest gifts that we have in life. That we get to do this is such a gift and an opportunity and a blessing. And if you've never experienced love, then maybe you can think of it in terms of with your parents, or if you don't have a significant other, then you can think about a relationship you may have with a sibling or a friend, or even a pet, right? Or even a pet, the love that you feel for that pet. But just that gift of love that is the greatest gift of all. If you read scripture, that's the number one thing that I'm most thankful for. Another thing that I'm thankful for is my health. I mean, the older I get, the more I realize that my health is something to be cherished and to work towards on a daily basis. It's not something you can take for granted. I know, again, when I was younger and not as bright, I took my health for granted. I abused my body in many ways, and I had many of injuries and strains and sprains and tears. And now those are all things that I have to make up for on a daily basis with a lot of extra effort, mind you, of stretching and mobility and yoga, just to maintain my health because of taking that for granted. So if you're younger, I mean, by all means, be thankful for it and don't take it for granted, because your health is another gift to be thankful for. And the third one I'll share that I'm thankful for is, and this is right up there with the first one, and maybe the most important, is my faith, because I feel that God has given us the gift of faith to allow us the choice of whether we feel his love or not, right? It's not forced upon us. It's something that we can choose to accept or not. And I accept it, and I feel that he blesses me every day. I know that he blesses me every day in my life with so many blessings, and he has throughout my life. I mean, I can think back and just share story after story after story. But those are things that I choose to be thankful for, and I choose to be grateful for, and I choose to be thankful for that faith that I believe has been such a strong part of my life, even if I didn't realize it when I was younger, and even if it took me tragedies and everything to realize that, I know that it is something that is incredibly special to be thankful for. Now, I know I could go on and on with things that I'm thankful for, but I'm just going to leave it at 3 for today. But what I am going to do is urge you to think about all the things that you are thankful for, not just this week, but every week, and better yet, every day. And for me, that's why, it's a practice that I've done for years, is to journal gratitude morning and night. Because I think it's so important to prepare ourselves for our day and to have that attitude of gratitude, as people say, because that just changes your whole perspective on life. You start looking for things to be thankful and grateful for instead of looking for the negatives. And research shows that our brains are far more in tune to the negative, 3 times more in tune to the negative than to the positive. So we have to search those things out. And that's why I proactively search them out. And I'm going to urge you to do the same. So if you want to know more about my practice of journaling gratitude, then you can go back to episode 36, where I discuss my morning routine and give you some tips there. But for now, at least today, I want you to think about one person you are thankful for. And then you know what? Tell them. Text them, give them a call, give them a hug, tell them face to face. Just tell them how much you're thankful that they're a part of your life. And then if there's not a person like that in your life, then think about something that you're thankful for. Maybe it's your health, like me. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's your pet. Maybe it's some other, your hobbies, right? It's some other aspect of what you're thankful for. But I know all of you out there that are listening, I know that you are thankful for something. And so, I urge you to think about that. And we'll have a special Thanksgiving Day post on Instagram this week. So I'd love to see in the comments, if you comment on that post, to share things that you are thankful for. I'd love to see that. And we will encourage that on that post. So I look forward to reading all of those. And I promise you, we will reply to every comment. So as we come to close today, I just want to say thank you for supporting the iSpark Change podcast. Thank you for supporting iSpark Change in any capacity that you support iSpark Change. If you haven't joined our community, then we appreciate you being a part of this show and being a part of our community. And, thank you for spreading positive change on a daily basis. That is also a choice that you make, whether you spread positive change or not, whether you spread that positivity and that love. And so we thank you in advance for all of the positivity and love that you share on a daily basis. And lastly, thank you for taking time today to let me share my heart with you and for listening to this show. We'll see you next time, and God bless you all.
Remember, Impact Heroes, every positive action can be a spark moment that has a ripple effect that spreads far beyond the initial act. So go out there and spark change. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this episode, then please smash that 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. We value your comments and we want to hear from you in the community. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and we'll see you next week on the iSpark Change podcast.